Miami is known as a playground. It has never-ending beautiful beaches and non-stop parties at night. It's also the boating capital of the United States, with more boats registered than any other state. In this video, we're going to take you on a tour of the 2019 Miami International Boat Show. We're going to visit a few of our favorite vendors and take you on an exclusive tour of the brand new Beneteau 461 and Beneteau 511. All right, so got dropped off by the water taxi.
It's already hot.
It feels great out here, you kidding me? Let's go check out some of the places. So pretty much at this boat show, it's pretty amazing. Anything you want, you can get here. I mean, look at all these dinghies. These are like some monster dinghies.
These are awesome dinghies.
Yeah.
Like 007 dinghies.
Yeah, basically. And they have the little guys over here too. But I'd love to have something like that on the boat, but that's also what?
Are you pointing to me?
25,000. Yeah, I'm pointing to you. So one of our great sponsors, RainMan, thank you so much for everything you've helped out. He helped us have a RainMan Watermaker, and he's helped us out too. So this is Ron.
Hi there.
He is the owner of RainMan.
Co-owner.
Co-owner, okay.
Co-owner.
And so tell us a little bit about what you've got here. I mean, that's the one we had. And kind of explain what it is and how it works.
Yeah, so RainMan is all about making water makers that are installation optional. You can install it like a traditional system, or you can keep it portable on your boat. We have them that can be powered by gasoline or AC electric or 12-volt DC with outputs that can go up to 35 gallons an hour.
Having a water maker as a cruiser, I mean, you pretty much have to, especially if you're doing like the Pacific or something like that. And like the Caribbean, I mean, you go get water at a dock in the Caribbean, it's still like 50 cents a gallon sometimes.
Yeah.
Can add up.
And from what I understand, also questionable trustworthiness on the quality of it.
Yeah. And that's the nice thing is you know what you're getting there.
Yeah, the RO water, you make your own, and you know that it's going to be good water.
All right, hey Ron, thank you so much.
Cool, no problem.
Right,
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
This is the gasoline version we took with us that has a Honda motor. There's also the portable AC or DC version and the non-portable version. From there, we headed over to Beneteau and Denison Yachts, where we got an exclusive look at the brand new 2019 Oceanus 46.1 and 51.1. We are here at the Denison Yacht Sales dock here, and we're with Jeff Erdmann. Nice
Hey there,
to meet
Bobby.
you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. And you guys are the Beneteau dealer for South Florida?
That is correct. We extend from Daytona Beach down to the Florida Keys on the east coast of Florida, representing Beneteau Power and Sail.
This one right here, what is this?
This is a brand new introduction for us. This is the Beneteau 461. It is replacing the Beneteau Oceanus 45. A couple of really unique features of the boat is it's got the hard chines extending all the way up to the bow of the boat, and you'll see that the forward cabin is significantly wider because of that.
Yeah.
Giving a lot more headroom in the berth itself and a lot more beam throughout the entire boat. The other thing about the chines is the boat has a tendency of not heeling so much at the same time.
Oh, really?
One other thing that we have is twin rudders on this boat, so if you are sailing with a pretty fresh wind, you don't get the rudder loading up so much and so much weather helm.
And if you're heeled over pretty good, you start losing authority and all that.
Exactly, exactly. So you can stay on tracks, keep the boat moving at a good clip of speed very easily.
All right, well, can we go aboard and you can show it to us?
Please do.
All right.
Jump onto the drop-down swim platform. This retracts electrically.
So it's electrically operated?
Yep. We do have retractable davits on the boat as well. On the next boat over to 51, you can see how it's actually retracted, as well as behind me.
Oh, wow. That's cool. I've never seen a boat with retractable davit. That's kind of nice when you're in a marina or something.
Exactly. They always want to reach out and grab the boat next to you or a piling when they're at the worst possible time. So once we're up here, you have the helm here. You've got your throttle and clutch controls, bow thruster, electric primary and secondary winches. We moved all the winches off the top of the cabin top.
Oh, I didn't even think about that earlier. Yeah, when you're showing me that. Yeah, so everything's run aft, all the lines run aft.
Exactly, yeah. Everything's coming underneath these covers, and that basically keeps all the lines protected and out of the sun, as well as safe from other people.
Sure.
So all the business side of sailing is done at the aft deck. As we move up the deck itself, you would see on the starboard side, it's a very clear and clean deck space moving all the way up.
Okay, take a look at that. And so this one does not have the bimini installed, but it is normally done.
That is correct. The boat right next door, the 51.1, has the entire bimini, and this boat will come with it at the price that we have the boat at.
Okay.
So again, a nice big wide cockpit, drop leaf table, cockpit storage on both sides. You've got a lot of space under the Dodger, very well protected, so once you do have the bimini up and you're traveling, it would just be wonderful. On the ladder, you're going to notice that the stairs are at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, it's not near as steep, and I'm not going to hit my head like I normally would.
Yep. Okay, so in the salon here, we have an excellent U-shaped dinette with a large table, an extra seat here with good storage underneath, built-in bookshelves with LED lighting right below it. All the lighting throughout the boat, by the way, is LED, so it's got very low power draw and excellent color.
Well, it's a really pretty design here. I really like the contemporary look to it.
Exactly, and you'll notice that it's very bright and airy because we have windows down low in the hull as well as all the way along the top. And then plenty of overhead hatches for light and extra air throughout. The other thing is you'll notice we have all the storage all the way along both sides. And this is a lot like airline storage.
Sure. Yeah,
So you just drop it down, the fiddle's right there, you get your stuff and you're in and out.
Okay.
We've got a U-shaped galley. You can support yourself and wedge yourself very easily in on both tacks. Double stainless steel sink, stove with a gimbal. You've got a front load refrigerator with a small ice freezer in the top and good storage in the door for condiments. And then you have a top load freezer right here with basket storage for organizing the cold storage inside. Up forward we have the master suite. And this is what I was talking about, Bobby, when we were discussing how this berth is much wider. It's because we're carrying the hard chines all the way further forward on the boat, giving more beam. It makes the boat drier, as well as now you have all this excellent headroom between the top of the mattress and the underside of the head of deck level. We incorporate both a separate shower stall as well as a separate commode.
Yeah, it's really nice having like the toilet and sink over there, and then you can have the shower on this side so two people get ready and all that.
Yep.
And I like the hanging lockers and everything here. It's a lot of storage up here.
Exactly.
This would just be so comfortable. I mean, having a big bed like this. And then
there's the separate shower room with also another wash basin, so there's 2 wash basins.
You said that this does also come as like a 4-cabin version if you'd like.
Correct, yeah. If somebody needed a lot more space, they had a big family and they wanted to put a divider in here, this comes as a 4-stateroom.
Okay.
Okay, this is the aft port cabin. You've got a good sized double berth. You've got plenty of light coming through the sides of the hull, the overhead, and then there's a port right into the cockpit. There is a digital thermostat for each of the cabins, including the salon, so everybody can set the temperature to their own comfort level. So over on the starboard side, what we have is we've got a head with a separate shower stall, and then there are 2 doors. One that would actually come directly through the master stateroom, or the guest stateroom. So this would be your VIP. Well, I thought we had a little bit better light there. The VIP with the separate shower stall with private access to this cabin.
All right, now we're moving up to the foredeck to see a few other things here. So does this have a self-tending jib, so all you have to do when you want to tack is turn the wheel and you're tacked. Okay.
So you don't have to release. You do have a good sized sail locker up here, access to put all kinds of fenders and lines as well as extra sails. access directly to the chain locker from the deck also. So if your chain castled, you could straighten it out very easily without actually calling to somebody in the interior of the boat. All of our hatches are flush mounted, so it's not going to catch any sheets or lines or trip your toes on them. Again, very easy to move up and down the deck, very few toe stubbers.
Well, yeah, toe stubbers, that'll get you. I've done that quite a few times.
Really, in the mast roller furling, giving you the ability to have infinite reefing, and you reef more often and you take it back out. You shake out the sail when you need to and you reef it too early, and then you don't have any problems.
How is the modern end mast? Because I sailed a boat a couple weeks ago that was 20 years old. It was a Beneteau.
Right.
It had the end mast furling, and it was just a bear to get in and out.
Was it when you say it was a bear, was it from a standpoint of a lot of friction? Or?
Yeah, I think it had too much friction in it. And
well, there's a couple of things on a 20-year-old system I couldn't really speak to, but one of them might be that the bearings may have need replacement.
Yeah.
The other thing that happens is if the halyard tension isn't just right. If you have it too loose or too tight, the bearings won't really work smoothly at bringing the sail in and out.
Okay.
But it should be really easy for it to come in and out. And most people don't realize that a roller furling main is nothing more than a roller furling Genoa inside of a cabin.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not magic.
Right. That's true. Yeah, that is basically the same thing.
Right. And the same thing with your head sail. If you had a problem with the sail not opening and closing very easily, that typically calls bearings or the actual halyard tension.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the new Beneteau 46.1.
Exactly.
And then you've got next door, you got the 51.1.
Exactly. That's the 51.1, which replaces the Oceanus 48.
Okay. Can we just take a look at some of the basic differences between this boat and that boat?
Absolutely. Let's do it. So, Bobby, one of the first really big differences you're going to see on the 51.1 is we do have this barbecue that actually swings back into position and locks into place. This cover then closes and just becomes another seat in the cockpit. But when you want to cook, you simply swing it out. You're standing on the swim platform. The fish come from out there. They get clean. They get on the grill, and then they come to here. The table on this boat is a little bit different because we actually do have a space underneath it for your life raft. You can put a valise life raft right here and deploy it very easily if you ever needed to. And the table is wider and has more storage in it than it does on the 46. Otherwise, we have the same arrangement. We do have this bimini installed on this boat, which would be the same as on the 46. We have overhead LED lighting, strip lighting built in. We have handholds going down into the cabin top, exactly the same as the other, and very large areas that you could put sun pads in under the Dodger.
It's similar looking, but there's definitely slightly more space in here.
That's correct. Yeah, we're really operating with another 6 foot length of boat and extra beam on the boat. So based on that, you're going to get more space out of the two two boats for sure. But very similar, and you definitely can see that you're in the same family.
Right.
Again, a nice U-shaped dinette, L-shaped settee over here with your chaise lounge built into the nav station. A pop-up television right here. Galley is U-shaped so you can wedge yourself in while you're underway. Good handholds throughout the boat for security while you're moving around.
So going forward, it's much the same, just even slightly bigger here. I mean,
exactly.
Separate shower and sink and all that?
Yep. Exactly the same arrangement. This one, though, does have the width and the extra beam, which does allow you 2 settees up here as well.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for coming by, Bobby. I appreciate you taking a look and sharing our new boats with your YouTube subscribers.
Really, really beautiful boats. I would definitely sail one. Very nice. So how can people get in touch with you or whatever?
They can contact us through Denison Yachting.
Okay.
My name is Jeff Erdmann, and just look at DenisonYachting.com, and we're right there.
All right, great. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it, sir.
All right. So one of the first places we walked in from the dock right there, and it's our friends Zack and Greta from OffshoreFinancial.com. Met you guys at Caribbean Boat Show.
That's
We
right.
did. That was probably 6 months before you guys had the tragic event with the hurricane and lost the boat.
Yeah.
But just started bigger and better things. So
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure seeing you guys.
Well, thank you. He's been a long time viewer and stuff since I guess then, right too. So
Absolutely.
All
And
right.
just
You guys
kind
have
of
so much fun.
having a bad week always makes it a little nicer. Like spending a couple minutes watching videos and living vicariously through you guys.
all right. Well, thank you. Hey, OffshoreFinancial.com. If you're looking to buy boats, these guys can help you out.
Beautiful. Thanks so
All right,
much.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Nice seeing you.
Sure. All right, well that's it for us from the Miami Boat Show 2019. Yeah, we got it. Well, we saw as much as we could, talked to a few boat manufacturers, some other people. It was a lot of fun. Could have spent here a lot longer, but man, I'm tired. So,
I think it was great.
yeah.
I'm
so-
getting a great suntan.
That's right. So we are headed back now to see the puppy dogs and call it a day.
Yes, we are.
So please like and subscribe. We appreciate you for watching, and we couldn't do it without you.
Well, don't forget about that 17-hour drive you did. That's
Yeah, I
probably
know.
why you're tired.
Yeah, that's 17 hours just yesterday, and then like 12 hours the day before. Ugh. Hey, puppy dogs! How you doing? Hey, 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 Hamric. All right.